Hey guys, it's Cody with Irie-AT here, coming at you with another tip to add to your Tactile Graphics toolbox. Are some of you having issues with creating complex equations using TactileView or other pieces of software? Well, we're going to show you a powerful, free online tool called Desmos, which allows you to not only generate equations, but also graphs and emboss them using your Irie embosser. So check us out and let us know what you think.
Welcome to Irie-AT, Braille and Innovation.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your web browser. I'm going to go ahead and use Chrome here for you. Let me open that up. And once you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and type out Desmos in the search bar. That is desmos.com/calculator. And you'll notice here that I've already searched for it previously, so I'm going to navigate to it and go ahead and open that up. And you'll notice when I do that, it takes me to the Desmos Online Graphing Calculator page, in which I have a blank graph displayed on the right-hand side with 4 quadrants. And on the left-hand side of the screen, I have an edit box in which I can add a formula or function manually, as well as add additional formulas or functions to it by using the plus icon. And they also have their own pre-built examples or graph examples built into Desmos. And we're going to go ahead and open that up and show you a few different examples. In here, we have everything from line examples to parabolas, all sorts of trig examples, a few other examples down here as well. But we're going to go ahead and select the trig unit circle. You notice when I do that, I get a print preview of the graph and 2 options within here. I have the option to open the graph or cancel it to select a different one. We're going to go ahead and just open this guy up. I'm going to select that option. And when I do that, where we previously had the blank graph displayed, we now have our unit circle example graph displayed. And over on the left-hand side, where we had the blank edit field boxes, we now have them pre-filled with a few different values and information pertaining to our graph. Also have the ability in here to edit this graph example, but we're going to go ahead and just leave it as is for now. Next, I'm going to show you how to export the graph. And to do that, you're going to select the share option in the upper right-hand corner. When I select the share option, I have a few different options or ways of sharing the graph. And we're going to just select the export image option. And when I do that, I get the export your graph dialog box popped up here. And I have on the left a print preview of our graph. And on the right, I have a few different options to choose from. The first option in here is the size of the graph. The second option in here is the line thickness of the graph. And the third option is the ability to download the graph as a PNG, which we'll do here in a minute. So when you notice when I open up the size dropdown, I have a couple embossers listed in here, and I'm going to select the VP Max 11.5 by 11 inch option. You'll notice when I do that our print preview now has Braille characters listed rather than print characters. And you may also notice that the line thickness setting is now a Braille mode setting, in which I have 2 options to choose from. I can choose either Nemeth or UEB. We're going to go ahead and leave it at Nemeth for now, and I'm going to select Download PNG. You'll notice in the lower left-hand corner of my screen that the graph has been downloaded. And now I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is to print this guy. So now that I've downloaded it, I'm just going to hop over to my Downloads folder and locate the Desmos Graph PNG that we just downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the graph, right-click, and select Print. And once I select Print, I'm going to get a pretty standard dialog box with a few different options in here. The first option is, of course, your printer you wish to print to. Second option is your paper size. The third is the print quality. And the fourth is your paper type. You'll notice we have quite a few different options within here to choose from, even a custom paper setting if you would like. Once you've adjusted your settings, go ahead and select the print option, and bam, there you go. You have now printed your Desmos graph using your Irie embosser. Now, if you would like to edit that graph or add things to it, such as a Braille label, you're going to need to use some sort of tactile graphics software. And the one in particular that we're going to be using here today is called TactileView. And so, of course, in order to use the TactileView software, you will need to have it installed on your PC. I'm going to go ahead and open TactileView up for you real quick to show you how to do that. Once I open up TactileView, I'm going to go ahead and navigate up to the File menu dropdown and select Open. or Control O. And again, I'm just going to locate the Desmos Graph PNG in my downloads folder, highlight it, and select open, and bam, there you go. We now have our graph in TactileView. I'm going to go ahead and make it a bit bigger for you. Let me center it, make it a little bit bigger. Now, one thing to note here in TactileView, guys, is sometimes when you bring images in, the lines may not translate to Braille that cleanly. So you'll want to switch it into what is called dot view so that you can get a good idea of what will be embossed prior to actually embossing. And this is kind of like a little print preview of what you'd be getting before you actually emboss it out. So I'm going to select this option, and you'll see, there you go. The dots in there don't look that great, so we're going to want to go ahead and make a couple edits in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the line thickness of this. And to do that, you're going to select the filters option from within the menu drop down, and from within there you're going to select change line thickness. And when I do that, you'll notice that the graph changes a bit, and I also get this value bar in which when I drag it to the left, my dots will decrease on the screen. If I drag it to the right, my dots will increase. So I'm going to go ahead and make some adjustments. Let's increase this until it looks pretty decent. That looks good right there. So you'll also notice that the Braille labels didn't come out that cleanly. So why don't we go ahead and clean those up, and we'll add one in real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and select my eraser tool. Let me zoom in for you a little bit. There you go. Erase a couple of those dots. Now I'll hop back over to the text label tool, select that option. Go ahead and select on the screen where I want to type it out. Let's go with 09,6. Just go with the coordinate for you. There we go, and go ahead and move it if necessary. And once you're satisfied with your graph in TactileView, go ahead and navigate up to File and select Print or Control P, and then make sure you have your embosser selected within there in the correct paper size. When you're ready to go, select OK, and there you go. After you've edited your graph, you have now embossed it using the TactileView software. Thanks for joining us for the Desmos Online Graphing Calculator video. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos coming soon.